personality, this is probably the strangest madness of all. It's hard to imagine how up to 100 different personalities can get along in one person's head. Hello everyone and welcome to the Bitter Popcorn.
2, 3.
And today, as you already understood, we will speak about split personalities.
Where did you go? What did you see?
I saw you in an orange grove.
And make a review on one very good film on this topic. What is an example of multiple personality disorder? As an example, someone with disorder identity may find themselves doing things they wouldn't normally do, such as speeding, reckless driving, or stealing money from their employer or friends, yet they feel they are being compelled to do it. Multiple disorder usually develop as a way to cope with trauma. The disorders most often form in children subjected to long-term physical, sexual, or emotional abuse, or less often a home environment that's frightening or highly unpredictable. The symptoms of the disorder: feeling disconnected from yourself.
The question, Your Honor, is whether to convict the body or the mind. His body committed these murders, that is true. The person who remains inside did not.
Judge Taylor, that may
Your
or may
Honor,
not
we
be-
witnessed the destruction of 10 identities tonight. 9 were innocent, 1 was guilty.
They're not
The violence that existed in him has been executed.
Your Honor, Malcolm belongs in a state hospital.
And the world around you, forgetting about certain time periods, events, and personal information, feeling uncertain about who you really are. So can multiple personality go away? Can this disorder go away without treatment? They can, but they usually do not. Typically, those with this multiple identity disorder experience symptoms for 6 years or more before being correctly diagnosed and treated. Do split personalities know each other? Know each other in their head, the split personality. In some cases, all of the personalities remain mutually unaware of other existence. In a more common form of the disorder, there is existence. In a more common form of the disorder, there is one personality that is basically dominate the person's awareness. So an interesting question: can they live a normal life? Living a normal life after experiencing a mental health condition like multiple identity disorder is possible. People who learn ways to healthy cope with a multiple disorder can increase their chances of living what they consider to be a normal life. And about famous people with multiple identity disorder, including comedian Roseanne Barr, Adam Duritz, and retired NFL star Herschel Walker. Walker, by the way, wrote a book about his struggling with DID, along with high suicide attempts, explaining he had a feeling of disconnected from childhood to the professional leagues. So let's talk about the movie Marrowbone.
We have come very far, enduring many hardships. But at last, we found the place where we can be safe.
These Marrowbone kids, how well do you know them?
It's just that they worry me.
Live too far away. Get close together, come on.
A very interesting movie, and I advise you to watch. 3 teenagers on a toddler life in a big house on the outskirts. They lead a quiet lifestyle, trying once again not to go out into the big world. They have everything calculated and distributed a long time, but the ghost in the attic sometimes scares them in the evening. Therefore, they have closed mirrors of all over the house so not to see what is happening actually behind your backs. The guys will have to face the ghost of the past in order to pay off those who promise to reveal their secret to the local in the present. They will have to come up with something, otherwise they will try to take them away from each other, and this will finally break their fragile hearts. In the evenings, children play soldiers, and when something scares them, they move to the fortress, the safe-made fortress with a gramophone whose music calms the children and allows them to survive. Another day, their house resembled the project of Alejandro Amenabar from the movie Other, and the parallel breaking lines or the past and present. The creators chose a different path. They do not scare like the other Hollywood colleagues, directly showing the horrors. For Spaniards, psychologism is most important, pumping up the atmosphere, narrowing the spaces, and letting go of the most defenseless of the heroes, and thereby easily scatter traps around the hole, which are easy to fall into, and thanks to the slowness of the narrative, literally everyone who came to the film will be there and will be scared. Plus twists and unexpected games with things that have been fixed in the genre of long time, and it turns out that Marrowbone is the very shadow player of the film, distribution about which few people have heard, but it works better than most blockbusters and scares much more spectacular and impressive than any other horror movies of recent time.